Covert, DeCiani, Krajewski,
Here.
Schwarzy,
Here.
Tornatore.
Here.
Okay, great. Do we have any public comment today?
Not today.
No? All right. Next, I'd like to move to approve the minutes of June 1st, 2021.
So moved. Second.
Okay, and all in favor?
Aye.
Great. And I don't have any chairman remarks because I know staff has remarks. Thank you
Well,
so much.
I'll make it brief because I know everybody's got to run. So there are 4 things I wanted to brief you on, just updates on where we are with a couple of the programs. Long Range Transportation Plan is coming to a close here very shortly, and we're going to be proposing a fairly large comprehensive program, and we'll bring that to the August 17th committee, Transportation Committee. So if you're interested in that and would like to have a summary or excerpt of what's going to be proposed, I'm happy to provide that to the committee as well.
Please just email, that'd be great.
Yeah, okay,
That would be
great.
great.
Thank
Thank you, John.
We just began the mobility plan in cooperation with the RTA. It's kicked off, and we're assembling our steering committees, and we expect to have a wide variety of people from both the elderly, aged, disability communities, as well as workers, people from working at DuPage and the economic development community participate with us in that program. So we're excited to get that going, and that will be very busy and hot and heavy during the fall and winter. Trails plan is also underway, which will be a great thing. We are convening stakeholder and steering committees. I think the committees, the transportation and public transit, will be offered opportunities to engage throughout that whole process. I'm really looking forward to having your input because, it's hard to actually get pedestrian and walker input. So representative input is strongly encouraged.
I was on the prairie fed yesterday.
Were you?
Carry on.
What'd you see?
I
A lot of
saw
people?
a lot of usage, that's for
Yeah,
sure.
that's good.
So for a Monday afternoon.
Finally, Willowbrook's Corner Service Plan. We met with the advisory group a couple weeks ago, and what we learned from just an hour's worth of conversation with 15 of the community advocates down there is just startling and really interesting. It is a very economically developed challenge for that isolated neighborhood. And so we are going to be working with them very frequently throughout the course of the next 3 or 4 months to identify service opportunities and economic development opportunities. So we're going to be engaging with Comcast, ComEd, and a variety of other utility companies as well to help that community. Finally, RTA transit benefit program. I know none of us here probably use that program at all, but for people who are commuters and blue-collar workers who need some fare assistance, they're actually going to extend that benefit program to the parking. So typically speaking, when you use the transit benefit fare program, you're using it to pay CTA, RTA, PACE, and Metro fares. They're also now extending those benefits to parking and park and ride facilities. So during this transitional time, at least until we get Metro and PACE going back again, we're going to extend all those fare programs, the benefit programs, to parking facilities. So that's where we stand today. And I don't think that we have any other staff reports. I don't know if PACE is on the line at all, but I received an RTA report, which I've included in your packets there today. But that's it for me.
Thank you so much, John.
Thank you.
Do we have anyone here from the from the partners? I don't believe so.
Chris Rose from
There's
Pace.
3 people
no
on, but I
report.
don't know who's who.
Okay. We'll start with PACE. Do we have a representative from PACE on the line?
Can you hear me?
How
I
about,
can hear you, Chris.
can you hear us now? Sorry.
Chris Rose is on the line.
Okay.
Can you, good morning. Can everyone hear me?
Could you
Barely.
speak up a little bit more?
See if I could.
No? Okay, I'm afraid we can't hear you. Any other partner reports? I'm sorry. Do you see anyone else on the line?
There's a Linda
Linda?
Chamberlain and a Sarah Blair.
Good morning. This is Sarah Blair from the RTA. I sent over our updates to John Loper, so that was included in your report. Just a brief view on it. It was just the mask mandate that it continues through September 13th on public transit and on platforms. Just some news that the RTA headquarters and Chicago City Hall registration sites opened on August 2nd, and the additional city sites like Levy, Southwest, and Atlas will open for in-person services starting September 7th. Lastly, we have started to book presentations in person for the fall, so presentations for older adults and people with disabilities to educate them on their transit options. So we're happy to say that we're going back in person. And then lastly, the travel training program that we provide to older adults and people with disabilities will start up in person in mid-September. Linda Chamberlain, she's also from the RTA. She reported as well some information about the project that she's working on, which is the Regional Mobility Manager project. So I'll turn it over to Linda for any updates.
Okay, thanks, Sarah. Yeah, just briefly, we are in the middle of doing interviews and focus groups to research the feasibility of a regional mobility manager. So if you would like to have your voices heard, please do reach out to Sarah or myself, and we can schedule you in a focus group or an individual interview. And that's all of that. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And did we have someone from, did we have anyone else?
Just Chris Rose, but we're having difficulties hearing
Okay,
Chris.
and I apologize, Chris. We can look at our packages to see what else we might have. Do we have any old business? Okay, hearing no old business. Any new business? Okay.
And I apologize because
Member Schwartz.
I know some people have to leave here, but and I was hoping that Chris Rose would be available, but I've recently gotten a couple reports from separate entities about the service, the lack of service, I guess, with PACE, where they're maybe missing pickups, late for pickups, missing them all together. There's no ability to call and voice your concern, and it's bothered me enough to bring it up here because the two separate actually government entities that I heard from are very reputable, and so I don't know if I don't know if it's an employee thing because it's hard to keep people working. So, but I think it's worth discussing at some point, maybe not today, but
Do you have specific routes that the complaints have been made about?
I can find out.
If you would do that, I
Okay.
think the best thing to do at the moment would be,
Yeah, please
If-
contact me.
yeah, if you
Right.
would forward those to John,
Okay,
and if you
Or
may have,
Gucci.
the more
Yeah.
specific you could get, the better.
okay. I'll reach out to the people that I spoke to and see if they
Yeah,
can be a little more
And
specific.
especially if it was route specific, that might be very,
Okay.
very helpful. So if you'll hear from members.
Yeah,
Schwartz,
well, right, and as Brian says,
And
Tom
John will
Marcucci
forward.
is a real valuable.
Say it again.
Tom Marcucci.
Call Tom
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So do you want me to reach out to you
Yeah,
or?
please CC me on that. I mean, that'd be great.
He'll jump right on it.
Okay.
Get you the right spot.
Thank you very much. That's all.
Okay, great. Anyone else have any other new business? Okay, hearing no new business, I'm going to move to adjourn this meeting. Thank you all, and we will see you at our next meeting. Thank you.
Thank you.
Tom's a rep, and he's also